everyone. This is Joshua. Let's go on with this subject, new subject, which is parabola. Last subject we talked about circle. Right now is parabola. So what's the difference of parabola to circle, and how it looks like, and what's the characteristic of the parabola? Let's start with the definition. Okay. So in fact, the first you can see here is the graph, right? The red line, the set of the dot red line is the parabola. Okay, so this is one example of parabola. So just based on these pictures, you can compare it, right? What's the similarity, and what's the difference? What's the characters? And simply by this one, this graph, we can see that the circle is an enclosed, right? Enclosed set of the point, right? They have all the point that link it together, right? But this one, parabola, will be either face up, face down, face left, face right. They will never link it together, right? Okay, so let's see the definition. A parabola is a curve where any point is at an equal distance. So what that means any point of the on this line or on the parabola is have equal distance to the focus. We call a focus. Focus is one point, and the fixed straight line. This straight line we call directrix. So which means that if this is a point, so from this point to the focus is the same distance as from this point to the line. The line we call directrix. Okay, we normally use a small l to represent this line, and use the f to represent the focus. So we can see they have so unlimited points on the graph, right, or on the parabola. So which means from here, give example, go to f, focus is same as, let's go to the 9L, right? So all the points have this kind of characters. The set of all these points we call parabola. Okay, so from this is one characteristic. Aside from this, we can see that the left side of the right side, based on these pictures, based on this graph, is symmetric, right? As matrix, right? So left side is equal to right side, right? You can see that. Of course, we have based on this line, right? This line right now is x equals 0, right? So based on the x equals 0, left and right are totally symmetric, right? But anyway, this line can be changed, right? Depends on how parabola can be, right? Okay. So let's see some important point, important characters that we have introduced. First is called text, vertex. Vertex here you can see is here. Vertex here, this section we just talk about the simple one, simple parabola. So we make this origin net. Vertex is origin at V, O, right? So at the center point of the coordinator, right? Okay, so if the parabola opens upward, like this one open upward, the vertex is the lowest point of the graph, right? This right? Vice versa, if the parabola open downward, so definitely the vertex is the highest point. Okay, the directrix, the line, y equals to negative c, or y equals to c, depends on it's on the top or it's on below, right? Below the vertex, right? Okay, so focus equals to f 0 here, F0C or F0. Okay, since we already know the definition of a parabola, now let's calculate the standard equation, okay, of a parabola. So how this equation will be looks like? So we base on the definition. So you can base on this graph. So as E is 1 point on the parabola, so F is the focus and L is the directrix and the D is the distance from E to the 9. And FE is the distance of these 2 points. So ED is the distance of the E and D is the ED is the distance from E to the 9L. So by definition, these two lines should be equal. Okay, so let's base on this definition. Let's find out what's the standard function of parabola. Okay, so we can write in here F focus is 0C, right? 0C, and E is xy, we don't know, can be anything on the 9 parabola. D is x minus c because it's below the matrix 0, right? So it's below, so it's negative c. So it's also based on our definition, right? So let's keep on to make the standard function. So by the definition, FE should equals to ED, right? What we call equals only for the length, okay? So FE equals to what? FE equals to what? FE is equals to x minus 0 square plus y minus c square. Am I right? Yeah, of course you have to add the square root sign. This FE. How about ED? That's the ED, okay? ED is equals to x minus x. Very good, I like that. How about next one is y minus c, right? So it's plus c and the same. Okay, so now we have equation already. So you can look at they have a square root of both sides. So we can square on both sides, right? They will not change the equation. So after we square, we remove the square root. So we can just directly write down on left side of equation is x minus 0 square is x square. All right. And plus y minus c square is y square minus 2yc plus c square, right? Okay, on the right side of equation, x minus x 0, perfect. Then y plus c square is y square plus 2yc plus c square. Okay, let's remove the equal item on both sides. We can remove c square, we can remove c square, right? Y square also can remove square, y square. And negative 2yc can move to the right side, right? So we can write as x square equals to 4yc. Okay, here x square equals to 4yc is exactly the standard equation of parabola. So x equals to 4yc or x equals to negative 4yc is depends on the parabola facing up or facing downward. If the facing downward, it's negative 4yc. Okay, so we definitely aware about the definition about the parabola. So let's do some exercises. First, determine the focus. Focus is F, right? And the directrix is a 9, right? The 9 of parabola below. I have two, so two examples. So first is x squared equals to 4y. The second is 4x squared equals to negative 9y. Here I'm writing there. I'm graphing their graph. This is the first one. X squared is equal to 4y. Okay. So how to solve this? In fact, it's quite easy. Okay. So what's our formula for this one? Standard function, we already write in that, right? Standard function is x squared equals to 4cy. Am I right? Right? So here the function is the first one. X squared equals to 4y, so we write in 4y, which means c is equal to 1. Am I right? So since we already got a c, so we already know the answer. So what is focus? So focus is 0c. Am I right? Focus 0c. C is the 1, right? C is the 1, so focus should be someone nice here. Okay. So what is the 9 directrix? So L equals to let's check. Let's check the formula here. Negative c, right, or positive c. Y equals to negative c. So here we just write in L. So since it's upward this graph, so y should be below, right? So it should be negative c. So L equals to negative c. So it's negative 1. Am I right? So we already got the 9 is a negative 1. Negative 1. Okay. Okay, let's go to the second question. 4x squared is equal to negative y9. Okay, so our standard formula here it should be x squared equals to 4cy, right? So based on this one, 4x squared, we need to divide by 4 by each side. So we can write in like x squared equals to negative 9 divided by 4y. Am I right? So based on this one, comparing x equals to 4cy, x equals to negative 9 over 4y. So we can write in on the right side they are equal, right? So equals to 4cy. So since are the same of left side and right side of items, so we can remove them. So we can write in clearly 4c equals to what? Negative 9 over 4, or c, so c equals to negative 9 over 16. So we got c already, huh? So what's the focus? Focus is 0c, right? 0c, so which is negative 9 over 16. Okay, what's directrix? The 9 is equals to y equals to negative c, right? So is 9 over 16. Okay, so we got it. So hope you understand this one. For our next chapter, we will dive into and have more complex parabola. Okay, thank you for watching this. Bye bye.